the scale and the quantity must be taken into consideration, because after we got rid of the colonization, we have to first educate a whole lot of people. That's our first responsibility. As far as quality is concerned, one factor is that Nehru separated research from teaching. Whereas in the US, they are integrated, so young people get to be bits to research programs, and research programs can have a feeder, a pipeline of young people coming in. By separating these two was a very big blunder, and hopefully they will merge them.
Well, I don't know. They're not, because they become self-contained island, they're beyond redemption, so hopefully something will happen. Another issue about what Nehru did was not to give primary education to the mass of people. Our literacy today is about 75-77%. China is about 96%. When Mao came to power in 1949, he said women hold up half of heaven, educated China's women. And today you see the Chinese women are 65% in the workforce, India's women are 25% in the workforce. So our women are not educated as much as the men. And because they're not educated, there are more children and the population has grown. Now, if you're educated a woman, give them primary education, which is the first priority of a government, made them literate after independence. If Nehru had done that, we would be a very different country. Right. Population will be smaller. We won't have so much of poverty. Right. We'll be much more empowered. Right. We'll be a very different society. We are paying for Nehru's sins of omission for not having in the first decade educating and giving literacy to the Indian population, and what is more, allowing the private sector to do it.
Yes.
Because of this fetish for the commanding heights of the economy, the private sector, which was involved in education before the British came, and you know that we had a great education system.
Yes.
Macaulay's letters are evidence.
Yeah.
You know, we are not allowed to start schools. Even now, Tuji, because I'm a Hindu, I can't start a school. Only minorities have special right to start a school. Because I'm a Hindu, I'm deemed to be majority. The government discriminates against me, allowing me to start a school. Under Article 29 and 30, the minorities, including linguistic minorities, I'm a linguistic minority, we can start schools without great hassle. But if for a majority community, a Hindu, which is 79% of India's population, start a school, they harass you, because they only want government schools. The private ones have come up for other reasons, they come up, but we could have had much greater number of private schools by philanthropists in the first decade of independence, second decade. We could have done so much better.
So it's all ridiculous Nehruvianism, that, you know, certain people are allowed to start schools, certain people are not allowed to start school. In a country where we need more schools, more education, everybody should be able to start schools. If there's a demand and public wants to study there, they should be able to start schools. So these are some major reforms that are needed. Now,